Hi, I'm Shauna Smith-Yates, Director of Education for Juvo Board. One of my favorite summertime activities is paddleboarding, and when I can't get out in the water, either because it's wintertime or my infant's keeping me in the house, I love to use my Juvo Board in balance mode to help prepare me and keep me in shape for my paddleboarding. Today I'm going to be using our weighted bar that you can find on juvoboard.com and these great SUP loops that are made by Clevernetics, and they come about 5 in a bag, and they're all different resistances, and they have these loops on the end that are designed to put on your paddle, so you can paddle out onto the water on your paddleboard and use your paddle for some resistance training. This is going to be great because our weighted bar is a little bit over 5 pounds, and I'm going to be using today the black band and the red band. The black band's a little bit heavier for more full body workout, stronger muscles, and the red band is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to take the band and I'm going to loop it around each end of my weighted bar. And I've already got my board set up in balance, it's moving, right? And I'll have the bar up because I'm going to be using it later for a little bit of lunges as well. So I'm going to attach the band here, on the other side. Okay, hold on to your weighted bar. And we're going to start with some warm-ups first. So I'm going to hold the bar out in front of me. I'm going to take my feet about hip distance apart so I have nice, good stability on the board. And I'm just going to start by swinging back and forth, letting my lower body, my hips, my knees, my ankles warm up. So you could take this onto your board, but you could also take this workout onto your paddle board out in the water as well. Then I'm going to come back to center. I'm going to take the bar up above my head. I'm going to bring it behind me and just stretch out my shoulders. I'm going to bring it back up and bring it back down. I'm going to bring it up and bring it behind me and bring it back up and bring it back down. Let's do that one more time. Opening up my chest, only go as far as comfortable with your shoulders. And then let's go into a little bit of a side stretch. So I'm going to bring the bar up and I'm going to stretch to one side, opening up that rib cage, bring it back up, and I'm going to stretch to the other side. Let's do that 3 times on each side, really grounding the opposite foot into the board, trying to keep the board stable so I get a better stretch. Right, let's do that one more time on each side, and then we're going to go into a little hamstring stretch. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate down towards one leg. I'm going to bring the bar down. I'm going to roll forward, watching my stability on the board. I'm going to roll back up. Let's twist to the other side. Roll down, lengthen out that hamstring, warming up the whole body, articulating the spine. We're going to do 2 to each side just for time's sake. Remember, you could always do more, or you could always do less repetitions if you needed to. Make this your workout. We're going to roll down, and we're going to roll back up. All right, let's start with some arm work first. I'm going to be doing some bicep curls, some upper traps, and some squats to get started. So I'm going to use the black band first. I'm going to stand on the band, and I'm going to have my palms down. You don't have to hold the loops. I like to hold the loops to make sure that they don't twist and slide. And I'm going to just bring the bar up, keeping my shoulders relaxed, elbows lifting up to the ceiling, warming up that shoulder girdle before we do some more arm work. We're going to do 10. This is 5. Breathing 6. Keeping those abs pulled in, a little tightness to the glutes so you can keep the board from moving. A little moving's fine. And 1 more. Then I'm going to take my hands and turn my palms up so I can do some bicep curls. I'm going to do 5 bicep curls for time's sake, and then I'm going to add some squats to my bicep curls to get a full compound movement with my body. Let's do 2 more. 1 more, and then I'm going to do a little curl and a squat. Curl and a squat. Let's do 5 of these, because I'll do some more biceps when I'm sitting down on my board here in a little bit. All right, 1 more, and then I'm going to have you carefully step off the black band, and we're going to be using the red band now, because we're going to be pressing the bar overhead, so the black band will be too much resistance for me. And you even have some lighter bands in your pack of Clevernetics SUP loops. There's a yellow one and a green one that are also light. So now I'm going to do a little shoulder press and bend. Just go as high as you're comfortable. If you can straighten your arms, go ahead and straighten your arms all the way, keeping your abs engaged. You're not flaring the rib cage and going into your back. 4. This is 5. 6. Let's do 2 more, because we'll be doing some overhead presses later on. And then you're going to take the bar and bring it behind your shoulders, and we're going to go into some deadlift type squats. So you're going to press back up using those glutes and hams and quads. 2. So So not only do I have the weighted bar, but I have the band for resistance as well. And of course, taking this onto the balance mode is working on those small muscles of our joints as well. You might see my ankles moving a little bit with the board. Let's do one more. All right, we're gonna press that bar up, bring it over your head. You're gonna carefully step off the band, and you're gonna bring the bar in front of you. Go ahead and slide your SUP loops up towards the top. We're gonna be using them in just a second for some arm work. We're gonna stay here and do some calf raises. So we're gonna lift for 10, 9, 8, shoulders down, abs pulled in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Let's do a little calf stretch here. Let's move one foot to the center, take that calf back, stretch it out. Warming up those legs a little bit more because we're gonna do some harder lunges here in a little bit. Let's do a few calf stretches on the other side to even you out. 2, just holding for a second to stretch. All right, so now we're gonna take your weighted bar or paddle and you're gonna place it on a little bit diagonal. You're gonna take the red band or one of your lighter bands and pull your elbow in by your side. You're gonna go into a tricep press. We're gonna press back, working those arms. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 3 more. You could go to 5, you could go to 8, you can go to 10. Do what's in your ability. And then from here, we're gonna take a straight arm, working that lat. So shoulder nice and open, working into the back. 3, you could always choke up on the band or loop, or you could slide your hand down if you needed less resistance. Let's do 2 more. All right, so then we're gonna do a little bow and arrow action. We're gonna pull back. As you pull that elbow back, like you're pulling on your bow and arrow, when you think about sliding that shoulder blade toward your spine, it's really flattening, working those muscles around the shoulder blade as well. Let's do 2 more. And then I'm gonna have you turn sideways to your bar, and you're gonna pull out, like you're elbowing your imaginary friend. 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 more. 5, 6, 7, last one, and then I'm gonna have you place your elbow by your side and you're gonna rotate out to work those little muscles behind your shoulders, a little external rotation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. So let's move the bar to the other side so you can see, and a little bit of a lunge. Slide your hand up so your loops don't slip down. You're gonna bring your elbow in. We're gonna repeat the triceps. Good, so shoulders open, head looking forward. You really want your eyes and your head up to help with your balance. If you look down, that's where your balance goes. You're likely to fall off your board or into the water if you're in the water. Now we're gonna take your arms straight out in front of us. Here we go, lats, pull, straight back. 2, keeping good form, chest open. 3, 4, 5, 6, let's do 2 more, 7, 8. Now that bow and arrow, I'm gonna have to choke up a little bit on mine. You're gonna pull back, pull to release your arrow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8. So now we're gonna turn and we're gonna elbow our imaginary friend. Let's do 8 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. Then we're gonna go with that external rotation. So you're gonna tuck your elbow in by your side and you're gonna rotate out here. These are smaller muscles, so if you need to take your hand farther down on the loop, you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. All right, so now we're gonna be taking it down onto the board in seated position. If you need to step off the board and step back on if that's safer, then do so. Otherwise, you're gonna come back onto your seat and you need to have your legs out in front of you a little bit. And we are going to be using both bands first. So I'm gonna slide my bands back to the center since I was using them as for standing work. And I'm gonna flex my feet so the bands stay in place. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do some little bicep pulses. Pulse. I'm working my abdominals, my spine's curved, I'm holding with the abs. I'm just getting a little more bicep work in here. Good. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to turn my hands the other way. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to row towards me, opening my chest, sliding my shoulder blades flat, getting those mid-back muscles working. 4, holding that C curve with my abs. Let's do 2 more. I'm going to hold it here, and I'm going to twist, dip my paddle into the water. So you're really feeling it in your obliques. I've got the band, I've got the weighted bar, and my abs are really working to hold that flexion and twist at the same time. I've lost count, so when I lose count, I always think 2 more is a good number. Let's do 1 more. Good, I'm gonna come back to center. Whew, I'm gonna give my arms a little bit of a break, and I'm gonna come onto my back now. And I'm going to be just using my black loop to start. So I'm gonna get the red loop out of the way. I'm gonna place the black loop around my right foot, and I'm gonna come onto my back. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my head down. I'm gonna bend my knee, and I'm gonna press out. So I'm just holding the bar in place as I press, working those legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 1 more, 8. Now from here, I'm gonna lift my leg up and push down with my hamstring. 2, 3, 4, let's do 4 more, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. Now I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna press out, lift, press back down 5 times. Press, 2, and you might be really feeling this in your abdominals to keep that leg lifted. Even though it's got a little help with the tension of the loop, your abs are also having to work here as well. 1 more time. All right, we're gonna switch legs. Left foot gets to work as well. Here we go, pressing out. Keeping that ankle flat, really pushing through the heel. Feeling that hamstring, that quad activating. 5, 6, 2 more, 7. Now from here, you're gonna lift it straight up and down for 8 and 7. Pressing with that hamstring, 6. 5, you should feel it in the back of your leg, not the knee. So really make sure you're pulling up that quad. Now we're gonna bend the knee in and out, and then you're gonna press up and down, a little combo movement. 1, get some coordination going. And 2, and 3, pressing, 4, 1 more. Good, so if you want to make the work a little harder, we can actually add an overhead press. So I'm going to change my hand position. I'm going to bring my head up. As I press my leg out, I'm going to press my arms over my head, and then I'm going to bring it back in. Let's do 5 of these. 2, pressing, 3, 4, 1 more. All right, let's switch legs. We're going to even yourselves out. Here we go, pressing for 5. Arms and leg at the same time. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. All right, we're going to use both loops to work our outer thighs. So if you'll place both feet in about hip distance apart, you're going to come back down, lift both legs out, up, and you're going to do little pulses out, working those outer thighs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay here, lift your head. You're gonna press your legs out and open them up and then bring them back in. So really working outer thighs, hamstrings, quads, all at the same time, and our abs. 4, 5, 6. Let's do a couple more. You could also add an overhead press to this to really get everything heated up and working. Let's do 1 more. All right, bring your head down, take your feet out of the loops. We're actually gonna come up to standing again, and we're gonna go into a lunge series. So you're going to need to take the loops off of one end of your weighted bar or your paddle, if you're using your paddle from your paddleboard at home, and we're gonna place it around the bar of the Juvo board, and the bar is in the upright position. So I'm gonna loop it around here, and we could do a lot of arm work using the loops around the bar as well, but I'll show you just a little bit of full body work here. Actually, I'm only going to be using the black band, so we can get rid of the red band altogether. And you've also got a purple band that's even heavier than the black band if you needed a little bit more resistance. Let me take this end off, And I'm going to get myself inside of the weighted bar. So I'm between the weighted bar and the bar with the loop around it. Okay, so I've got the balance going on, I've got the weighted bar going on, and I've got the resistance pulling me from behind. So I'm gonna place my left foot in the middle of the board, and I'm gonna step out into lunges 5 times on the right leg. So I'm gonna press out and bring it back in. So I'm really using all my core strength, my legs, you can see my ankles working. Let's do 2 more in this leg, and 1 more. All right, let's switch legs. Place that right foot right in the center of your board. Here we go, stepping out with the left leg. Probably really see my difference from side to side, which one's stronger, which one has more stability. Let's do 2 more. Good, now I'm gonna add a chest press with my lunge. So I'm gonna switch feet again. So as I lunge out, I'm gonna press, and then I'm gonna bring it all back in together. So I'm really getting my triceps, my biceps, and my pecs to work as well. 3, 4, and 5. Let's switch. You probably feel, or here I'm starting to lose my breath a little bit. It's hard work. 1, 2, 3 more. 3, 4, and 5. Great. All right, that'll get your heart rate up. So let me go ahead and take the loop off, and let's cool down with some stretches with the bar. So we'll just get rid of the loop here. And I'm gonna actually use the bar to help with some stability as well. Okay, so loop's done. So I'm gonna take let's come to the middle of the board. I'm actually gonna take one end of the bar, and my other hand, since I'm a little bit shorter, I'm gonna slide this hand down. I'm gonna use the bar to twist and open up my chest. And then I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna do that 3 times on each side, giving myself a little push to really open up that pec, because that pec just worked really hard with that black loop. Now let's switch hands. Place that end of that bar in the other hand, push back, open up that chest, and then bring it back. Good, open up that chest, bring it back. Let's do 1 more. All right, now I'm gonna take the bar, I'm gonna place it to one side. I'm gonna grab my paddle, top of my paddle or my bar, I'm gonna lean away and get a little side stretch and bring it back. Lean away, get a little side stretch. So I'm kind of pushing the bar away from me as I open up that side. Let's do that on the other side. Good, we'll press away and stretch. Let's do 3 again to even ourselves out. And if you wanted to, you can even add a little twist to really get that into your QL and your lat. All right, then I'm gonna face my weighted bar. I'm gonna do a little cat stretch. So I'm gonna place it out in front of me. I'm gonna straighten my back out. I'm gonna really feel that release in my hamstrings and my hips, and I'm gonna arch my back. I'm gonna release back out. Arch my back, release back out. 1 more time. Arch my back, release back out. I'm gonna come up to standing. I'm gonna end with a thigh stretch, because you remember we did those lunges and those squats. I'm gonna come down onto one knee. I'm gonna use my bar, my paddle. I'm gonna lean into it, opening up the front of that hip, and then bring it back. Let's do 3, and then we'll end with 3 on the other side. 1 more time. Okay, let's switch legs. So when I'm leaning forward, I'm really engaging my abs and my glutes. Here we go. Breathe and lean into it. Open up that hip. 2 more. 1 more time, and if you wanted to increase the stretch, you could bring the same arm that the knee that's on the board up. Really also challenge your balance here. You can see my board moving. Really helps get a stretch in your abs and your hip. So I hope you enjoyed this SUP loop resistance workout on Juvo Board and balance. I hope you join to see you again when you join me next time. Check us out at juvoboard.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.